We've all had that feeling of being creeped out before. It might be from someone who stares at you from across the room, a greasy person mumbling on the subway, or a stranger who just told you that they collect porcelain dolls. It can make you feel uneasy, but if I asked you to describe that creepy feeling, you might have a tough time putting the experience into words. So what is it exactly that makes someone creepy? Lucky for us, two researchers wanted to tackle creepiness from a psychological standpoint, and by doing so, they led one of the first studies to take a scientific look into the subject. Not only were they looking for the cause behind those eerie feelings, but also the characteristics that brought it out. They were also curious about what types of jobs or hobbies people might get freaked out by. After some extensive questioning, they got to the bottom of the mystery. The researchers found that creepiness can be broken down into two key parts. The first element comes from how a person looks or behaves. People that seem unusual in appearance or behavior can fall outside our accepted social norms, and therefore make us uneasy. The same goes for behavior. If we see a person acting in an abnormal fashion, it puts us on edge. But there's a second part to creepiness, and it has to do with the other person's intentions toward us. It's not that they threaten us directly, but it's the uncertainty of how they will act toward us. If their overall motive is unknown, and we're unsure of their agenda, this will lend to their creepy persona. So combine odd looks or behavior with uncertain intentions, and this will result in us experiencing creepiness. From the study, the researchers say, while they may not be overtly threatening, individuals who display unusual patterns of nonverbal behavior, odd emotional responses, or highly distinctive physical characteristics are outside of the norm, and by definition, unpredictable. But what about you? Have you ever wondered if your own behavior was creepy? The second part of the study had people rate 44 different behaviors and characteristics. They then tallied the results to see which ones came out on top. To see if you've been creeping out any strangers or acquaintances, here's the top 7 from the study. The highest rated behavior was staring at someone before interacting with them. While a quick glance is socially acceptable, be careful that you're not overdoing it. The next one was frequent touching. People who get a little handsy can freak us out. And coming in at number 3 was constantly steering the conversation towards sex. And if you ever asked someone who you don't really know to take a picture of them, most likely you've creeped them out. This came in at number 4, followed by asking for personal family details at number 5. People also said that a member of the opposite sex can be creepy. This might seem odd, but the researchers noted that this is attributed to the fact that 95% of respondents believed that a creepy person was more likely to be a male than female. The 7th and final creepy characteristic that rounds out our list, respondents said that it was greasy hair. So can jobs be creepy? The researchers asked respondents to assess which jobs they found the most unsettling, and here's the top 6. The creepiest profession has gotten a lot of exposure in the media, as some of the scariest characters in TV and movies have come out in recent years. Those of you who hate clowns probably won't be surprised if they take the number 1 spot for the creepiest job. People also found taxidermy as being odd, followed by sex shop owner as the 3rd creepiest profession. Funeral director comes in at number 4, and the last spot in the top 5 goes to taxi cab drivers. While it may be easy to see how some of those could be creepy, the 6th spot also deserves an honorable mention. While technically not a job, people rated unemployed persons creepy as well. Finally, the researchers wanted to know what hobbies people found creepy. When they tallied up the results, 2 big themes emerged. The creepiest type of hobby is collecting things, and on the surface that might seem innocent, but common responses included collecting things like dolls, insects, or reptiles. Other responses included collecting things such as bones, teeth, and even fingernails. One might argue that it's more of a creepy behavior though, instead of an actual hobby. The second type of hobby is related to observation. This includes things like watching, following, or taking pictures of people, but people also found birdwatching as being just a bit creepy. Other hobbies that people mentioned were fascinations with pornography, exotic sexual activity, and taxidermy. Most of us probably don't think that we're creepy, but that doesn't mean that other people don't see us that way. The researchers comment that this could be especially true if you're a man. We don't assume that creepy people mean us harm. Instead, it's the unclear motives and the odd social context of another that will make us think that something is off. If you're interested in learning more, you can find a link to the article in the description. And if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to hit the like button. For more interesting psych videos and information, feel free to subscribe to the channel or find us on social media.